tickets. 7:49 departure.
Yeah.
2 minutes left. Don Mueng train. Seat number 21, 22. Matches our ticket. 21, 22. We arrived in Ayutthaya after a nice train ride. We met a guy at the train station when we arrived who saw us looking at the map and was like, this guy's a tourist. So he had this service where he would drive us around, see all the cool attractions for the day. We paid him 1,200 Thai baht, and he was gonna take us anywhere that we wanted to for the whole day. We're here at some nice temples, old ones. We're gonna walk around, get a view of all of them, show you what it's like up close. Yeah. The first temple that we went to was absolutely extraordinary. The first thing we see was we walk by is this massive reclining Buddha covered in a golden cloth. Just really, really cool. Buddhas are going to be everywhere. So this was really amazing. Across the entire square, they had Buddhas like lined up. And they were all in pretty good shape. Some of the other temples are going to have Buddhas that have no heads because they were cut off by people who are like pretty much grave diggers. Okay, so here you can see them all lined up. Each one is slightly different, I think, but they're very similar, and it's really cool. Now, I got to go inside of this temple. Now, this one was called Wat Yai Chai Mongkhon. Same one as... So, this is the one that's surrounded by all the Buddhas. This is like the centerpiece of the actual temple. It was really cool walking up the stairs. It wasn't really crowded, so it was like I could walk in all by myself, not really worrying about other people bumping into me or something like that. Very cool. You couldn't go like in the direct middle because there was a huge shaft that was going down, so you could look down it. Then we got to actually walk on top of it pretty much and get a good view from above everything, looking out. It's perfect timing for us. We got very lucky. The heat was not extreme in Ayutthaya. People often complain about the heat. I would not worry about that. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. Dang. The second temple that we went to was more for like praying, doing the Buddhist kind of rituals, I guess, like praying, things like that. So there were some cool things I did in there I'd never tried before. Like this is where you would like pretty much get a fortune told, and this is where you pour some oil into like a lamp and keep the flame lit. There's some other cool things like that too, like being a lotus flower on a little fountain and just sending it down, like making a wish kind of thing. It's the royal temple that houses Buddha's relics. The temple is located in the city. This is the central part of Ayutthaya. 50 baht for foreigner, 10 baht for residents. Cover your shoulders. Can't wear a crop top.
can't wear. You gotta have shorts that are long enough, and then you can get admitted. Let's check it out.
At Wat Mahatat, it was probably the biggest attraction. It's at the center of Ayutthaya, basically. This is probably most known for the Buddha head. The Buddha head statue that's inside of a tree roots. So like you can see the Buddha's head and then the tree is growing from it pretty much. And I got some pictures with that. Not really on video too much. So the area where the Buddha's head was in the tree roots, it was kind of strict if you wanted to get in front of it for photos or just being there in general. So standing in front of it, you had to kneel and you had to take off your shoes if you wanted to get the closest way you could get to it. You had to take off your shoes to walk there. You couldn't wear shoes. You had to be very respectful of it. There was a guard there keeping everybody in check, making sure that you did kneel, or there was a bench that you could sit. Here it is.
If you have no shirts that are long past your belly, don't come here. You have only short shorts. Here at the temple.
วัดอะไรวะลืมละ
We're gonna.
We can take photos here.
This next temple that we went to is pretty popular. It's known for its 3 distinct stupas all next to each other. The name of the temple is called Wat Phra Si Sanphet, and it was pretty close to the place where we saw the elephants. In fact, you could see the stupas from the actual temple.
Oh yeah! Oh, the tuk-tuk.
The final temple that we saw was really impressive. If any of you have ever saw the Angkor temple from Cambodia, this is kind of like a replica of that, and it's really close to the river. It's really amazing. You can walk underneath most of those structures. One of them they were doing construction on, so you couldn't, but it was really, really amazing there. Loved everything about it.